vlog, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm doing another new release thriller vlog because y'all seem to really like these videos, and when I talked about it in my TBR, like half of the comments were so excited for this video, so I'm super excited to bring it to you. In this video, I'm going to be reading One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose. I have an arc of it. It's her 2022 release. That is the author of The Perfect Marriage, who blew up on TikTok last year, and I really liked The Perfect Marriage. I'm also reading The Island by Adrienne McKenty, another arc copy that I have of a 2022 release. Adrienne McKenty is the author of The Chain, which I really did not like, and it was a famously, or I guess infamous, buddy read with me, Jess, and Caroline. It was one of my worst books of 2020. Not great. So hoping The Island is better. And I'm also going to be reading the 2 Kirsten Magdalene releases that have come out in 2022 so far. I believe I said that I was going to be reading The Good Neighbors by Kirsten Magdalene in my TBR, but I was wrong. That was actually a 2020 release. So in this video, I'm going to be reading Tell Me the Truth and The Lucky Ones by Kirsten Magdalene. I don't know how she churns out so many books in a year. Like, we're a few months into 2022. She's already released 2 books. And I'm happy to say that I am 40% of the way through one of them. Now, I started reading The Lucky Ones this morning while I was getting ready for Easter. It's Easter, by the way. Happy Easter. Happy late Easter. You're probably definitely not watching this today because I'm still going to be filming over the next week. So happy late Easter. We just got back from our little service, and then we went to brunch, and I'm sure you're gonna see the B-roll of that after this clip. But I did want to update you about The Lucky Ones. I don't know how I'm already 40% of the way through. I guess it's a pretty short book. All Kirsten Magdalene books are pretty like bing, bang, boom. You can knock them out really quick. I believe the audiobook's only 5.5 hours long, so super, super quick. And this book is following 5 survivors of a suburban massacre. Hence the name The Lucky Ones. They are the lucky ones that survived this horrible massacre, and something about it is seeming kind of speculative to me. And that was definitely not expected. Obviously, I expect Kirsten Magdalene to be like super, super domestic. It's always like, you know, husband and wife drama in her thrillers. But in this particular one, I feel like something fishy is going on, whether it's like a haunted element, a cult element, I don't know. Something speculative seems to be afoot, because what is going on is these 5 kids survived this attack where this whole subdivision in a neighborhood was literally slaughtered. Like 20, 30 people, just whole families were slaughtered in this neighborhood, and only 5 kids survived. They're the sole survivors of the attack, and it is half a decade later, and they all receive these letters in the mail saying like, we need to tie up some loose ends. You're not going to be so lucky now. So obviously the killers are coming back to kill the remaining survivors. And in each letter, it had a daisy that represented each survivor, because the neighborhood was called like Gerbera? I don't know however you fucking pronounce the name of that specific daisy. So it's like, you know, creepy killer things. And we're trying to figure out what happened, who actually killed these people, because the case is still open, like it's never been solved. So now the survivors are going back and returning to their hometown where this tragedy took place, and they're all banding together to, number 1, keep themselves safe from the people who are hunting them, and number 2, figure out what actually happened. And there's already been just a few clues of speculative elements that I'm super excited for. So I will keep reading and update you when I'm a little further into the book. Hello vlog. It is much later after dinner and I am about 75% of the way through the Lucky Ones, but I'm confused because at around the 50% mark we literally found out what happened. Like, we know who the killer is at this point. We know exactly what happened. We pretty much know why too. So it's just like, what? It's just like, what? Like, they came across a character and she just like confessed the whole story. She was like,
yeah, I know what happened to y'all's parents. Y'all want to know?
And I'm like, no, there's no way. It's not gonna be this easy. Next scene, she tells him the whole story. Huh? So I keep listening and I'm like, there must be a catch. There must be something. And obviously when you go into it, it's like, oh, there was a case that was supposed to be open, but it was closed. There's got to be some police corruption, which I love police corruption in thrillers. Expose the pigs. We love to see it. But also, it's just not giving interesting. At this point, it's like, we already know what happened. So the past 20% of the book that I've listened to, it's like, nothing has happened. I don't see the point of anything that's happening right now. I guess this could have just been like a novella. I don't know what's still happening. I'm like waiting for a twist, waiting for motivation to like care about these people, and it's just giving nothing right now. So I'm gonna keep listening, see if something happens. I only have like an hour and a half of this audiobook left, so better just like pop off at the end, or I'm not gonna give this a high rating. Sorry, those are my feelings. I guess I will be back to you with a final rating at some point. Hey, what's up? Hello vlog. I just finished The Lucky Ones by Kirsten Modulin. Also realized I was saying her name wrong through listening to the audiobook, but this did not go well. The words that come to mind when I think of the plot and how it resolved are impossible, convoluted, convenient. Yeah, pretty much that. It was just really needlessly confusing, and I also did not care about the characters. Like, I will sit there and parse out a confusing plot if I actually am invested in the story, but this was just so short and not fleshed out that I did not care at all. And having a convoluted plot on top of it, honestly, I was just so lazy. It was like, I don't want to figure this out. And everything just seems so impossible or convenient. Like, I feel like the twists in this one were just a little bit cheap. So I gave it a 1-star rating. I'm sorry if this is controversial. Maybe somebody else out there could like this book, but that is just my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and give this book 1 star. I'm so sorry, but I have to do it to you. That is gonna be the final rating for me. I apologize. Okay, now I'm going to probably pick up another book that I have on audio because I want to keep working on my little, you know, my adult coloring book that I've been showing you little snippets of. And I actually have One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose on audio as well, and I have the physical book. Spoiled with ARCs for this one. I know they must have really liked the dedicated video that I did for her first book last year, because I got automatic approval for both of them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the audio for One of Us is Dead. This is supposedly a rich people drama, like salacious suburban domestic thriller, and y'all know I love rich people drama. I love suburban thrillers, so hopefully I will like this one a lot better than a 1-star rating. I don't know. I will let you know a little bit of an update about the synopsis and what I'm thinking of it around the 25-30% mark. guys, good morning. I tried a different little hairstyle today because I have, you know, second day curls and I'm wondering if it looks good. I'm doubting as we speak, but I just wanted to update you before I left to start my day that last night I got about 40% of the way through One of Us is Dead, and this is the rich people drama suburban thriller of my dreams. This is everything that I was wanting. I am so obsessed with it. Basically, what's happening here is there is this group of just like rich, petty, beautiful women. And of course they have like drama going on, there's tea going on. This book is literally full of tea. I love to hear it. I am living for the rich people tea. And we know that by the end of the book, one of them is going to end up dead. And we know that one of them killed her, but we don't know who's dead. We don't know who killed her. So that's what we are reading, trying to figure out. And there are so many comments that are like,
Life would be so much better if she just disappeared. Her husband could just disappear and it would be fine. Everything would be solved if she was just dead.
like all of these comments are being made. So I literally have no idea. It could be anyone at this point, and it's got me on the edge of my seat. But my favorite part about this thriller is that we don't just have this like catty woman perspective. We get a little break from that with chapters from Jenny's perspective. And Jenny is the local salon owner. And so she knows all these women's business. They come in to get their hair, nails, makeup, tan, all of that stuff done to her, and during their treatments they spill all the tea, and she in her chapters is telling us, you know, what's going down with the dynamics between the women, kind of giving us the inside scoop. And it's a lot more relatable to have a chapter from her perspective than all these rich women. So half her chapters are like that, and then the other half of them are in present day when the person is dead, and she's speaking to the investigators and telling them the story of what happened, what led up to the murder. So it is so exciting. It was so hard for me to put the book down last night. I absolutely just love it so much so far. This feels like a 5-star. Y'all know I just love rich people drama. So we kind of knew it was gonna end up this way, didn't we? But yeah, Geneva Rose's writing is just absolutely addicting, and the drama is so interesting. So I am gonna read more of that today, but I'm also having a little like bracelet making date in the park with one of my friends, and then we're gonna go to Costco because she doesn't have a Costco membership, so I'm letting her use mine. And yeah, that's kind of my plan for this morning. Of course, I will take you along in the B-roll, and I will update you when I get a chance to read next. Say hello.
Hey everybody.
We're out here. Rest in peace to Miss Chicken. Thank you for your service. I just wanted to show y'all this TikTok dish that I'm making for dinner. I got obsessed with this like grilling dad on TikTok, and I've been following all his recipes. So he did like the feta, the like famous feta pasta, where you cook all the cherry tomatoes with the feta in the middle. He does it with chicken and Boursin cheese, which I think sounds a lot better than like crusty feta and tomatoes. It's definitely a lot more fattening, but I don't care. It's gonna be so good. And so I'm about to put this in the oven, and then I have this pasta to mix in there. We love springtime. It's like the little butterfly shapes. Oh my God, I'm screaming. So I'm sure you will see B-roll of me making the pasta, but as soon as I get that in the oven, I'm literally gonna sit down and read this book. I've been thinking about it all day while me and my friend were out. I literally cannot wait. I cannot wait to dive back into this book. I'll let you know when I have thoughts. Cheers. Hello vlog, it is the next morning. I am about to head out and go to run, but before I left, I just wanted to update you on one of us is dead. So I am at the 80% mark. I know I should have just pushed through and finished it last night, but I was literally falling asleep. Not because of the book though. I am still on the edge of my seat with the book. I literally have no theories, no idea what's going on. I'm just invested and hooked by the drama. And it seems like all the drama and the tension is building up to come to a head at this Halloween housewarming party, which if you're wanting to read this during October, I would say definitely do that. This Halloween party vibe, like the planning and getting everything together and talking about costumes is so fun for Halloween. So I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, I have no working theories right now and I'm kind of content doing that. You know, I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm just gonna let this book take me on this wild, dramatic ride and have a good time. And I am having so much fun with it. So I cannot wait to see what happens when I come up and finish the book after my run. Okay, I'm gonna run super fast so I can come back and finish One of Us is Dead. Hi besties, I am back from my run. It started raining at the end of my run, so I literally sprinted home to get out of the rain. But I ended up taking a shower. I feel fresh, clean, whatever. It's like a dreary day, which honestly I kind of like. But as soon as I got out of the shower, I sat down and I finished One of Us is Dead. And remember how I was like, I have no theories, blah, 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 blah. Okay, literally all was revealed and everything started to make so much sense literally right after the 80% mark. Like the first chapter that I read when I started reading again, bang, bang, boom. Like it all came crashing down and it was so twisty. It was so twisty at the end. And it was also like dark. Like I did not expect this book to go that dark. I thought this was just gonna be like, you know, a little whodunit domestic thriller, rich people mystery, blah, 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 blah. No. This shit is dark and I liked it. And I liked the ending so much. I loved it. I love women. This is definitely like a yes, let's go feminist, go women moment, which I love to see, especially after Geneva Rose's last book. I felt like the end was not a feminist go women type of moment. So it was great to see that from her and I gave this book 5 stars. I just think it was so fun. If you love suburban domestic thrillers, if you like rich people drama, if any of that sounds appealing to you, I think you will absolutely love this book. I think you should run and pick it up as soon as it comes out. And I think it will be perfect for like Halloween readathons to just have like a little fun thing in there to break up like horror, because there is like a whole thing about Halloween night. I just love it. It's so great to have a 5-star right after a 1-star. Like I had that feeling as I was reading that I like did not want to stop. I did not want to put it down, and that is my favorite feeling to get, especially when I'm reading a domestic thriller. It's just like, give me the drama, like that kind of feeling. So I really loved it. I'm so excited that I did. And the next book I'm going to be picking up for this vlog, I'm going to give Kirsten Mauchline another chance. Hopefully she can redeem herself in this video after the 1-star that I read, but I'm going to be reading her other 2022 release, which is called Tell Me the Truth. It is about this woman who finds, I don't know, like some salacious evidence of an affair on her husband's phone, and she pretends like she doesn't know about it, but behind the scenes, she's like pulling the strings now, and she becomes like a person with this double life. I don't know, that's what the synopsis says. So sounds like another domestic thriller. I don't know, it's gonna be really hard to top the domestic thriller that I just read, but we'll see. And I'll come back with tea when I reach like the 25-ish% mark. Hello vlog, I have been reading. I'm actually a third of the way through. This book is so short. It's only 250 pages. So I'm getting through it really quick, but I don't know if I like it because the main character is like obviously trying to catch her husband in the act of cheating. I thought it was going to be like, oh, I'm going to ruin his life, blah, 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 blah. And I was down for that. But she's really taking a lot of her anger out on the girl that he's cheating with. And I just don't like those vibes. It's like, obviously, it's not her fault. Get mad at your husband. Like, she might not even know that he's married. Like, I don't know. I just don't like her. The only person that I'm liking so far in this book is the main lady's like gay best friend. He is constantly just being like,
you should leave him. You need to get your money together. You need to make sure he's not like up in your bank account. We need to get things together. You need to leave him. He's a liar. He's a psycho.
I'm gonna keep reading. Hopefully things get a little bit better, more exciting. I don't know. Right now it's just a lot of domestic drama and women hating on women, which I'm not a fan of. Hello guys, I am about to get ready and head out to go to my evening sessions, but I did want to let you know I am now 2/3 of the way through Tell Me the Truth. And honestly, like, twists are happening, but it's just like domestic drama. Like, I don't really care about the twist that much, to be quite honest. It would be really, really boring if it wasn't so fast-paced. And I think that's why these thrillers are like easy to just like eat up, because it's like, even if nothing happens that's like that crazy, it all happens so fast that it's like, wow. But it's not really blowing my mind. Like right now it's probably a 2.5 or 3 star. Like nothing is crazy, nothing is shocking me. It's just this dirtbag husband. I just think all these people are so stupid and I don't really care what happens to them. Kirsten Modglin, are we falling off? Am I falling off with her? I don't know. I just know that this is not what I was wanting from her. So, feeling very about it. I will probably come home after my sessions and read the last third tonight and update you on my thoughts. Home from work. This man's taking me to get blizzards. I'm so excited. You can't have any. You can't have any. Hello, guys. It is much later and I have finished Tell Me the Truth. So it kind of came together in the end. I didn't like the way that it ended. I feel like she redeemed herself from having like the women hating on women thing. Like it didn't end like that. The main character realized what she was doing was wrong. So like I did appreciate that, but it still wasn't like super exciting, super interesting, super intriguing. Like, yeah, there were a couple twists that shocked me, but I don't know. Like, I just did not care about these people. I did not care about the story. I felt the same way about the first Kirsten Modglin book that I read like that in this vlog as well. I'm feeling like because she's churning out book after book after book after book, that maybe they're just not as fleshed out as they could be if she just spent some more time developing the characters. These books are also really short and it's just harder to care in that amount of time that you spend with the characters. So I don't know. I don't think this was a bad book. It just didn't impress me. It wasn't giving me anything except for basic domestic thriller. The stakes were not high, you know, it was like one lady getting cheated on. I gave it 2.5 stars out of 5. I don't know. It was just so average. I'm so sick of these average thrillers. Do not be average. I would literally rather have a 1 star than a 2.5 star, okay? Don't be average. At least if you're gonna suck, really fucking suck so I can have content and film a rant review, you know what I mean? So we're done with that. I'm done with Kirsten Modglin for the time being because I'm pissed. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next book for this reading vlog, which is an arc of The Island by Adrienne McKenty. Now, if you remember, if you've been around here for a while, you would have known that Adrienne McKenty's other book that I've read, The Chain, I put on one of my worst books of the year list for 2020. And the thing is, the first 50 to 80 pages of that book are a 5-star read. They're so good. So I know Adrienne McKenty has the ability. I think the problem came in when he tried to make what could have been a phenomenal 5-star novella into a full-length novel. It turned it into a 2-star book for me, and it was so bad. I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one, because he has the potential to be so good. And if this isn't good, it's just gonna be like The Chain Part 2, you know what I mean? So this book is kind of like a And Then There Were None retelling, where all these people are brought to an island under suspicious circumstances, and they have to figure out why they're there, and it turns into like a deadly game kind of scenario, I guess, where I guess they're tasked to kill each other. They've all like fucked up, right? They've all done something wrong to end up here on the island, and they have to fight for their lives. It's like a game of survival. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. I am skeptical, but I will update you when I have thoughts. Hey besties, I just got back from the gym, showered, refreshed. I'm feeling wonderful. Yes, I'm wearing the same tank top as yesterday. We're not gonna talk about it. I don't know if y'all do the thing where you buy a new item of clothing and you fixate on it and you wear it for a week, but that's the era that I'm in right now. So ignore the blue tank top. Like, in reality, none of y'all probably would have even noticed, but anyway, I am about to go to Trader Joe's with my friend because she's never been to Trader Joe's before. This is the same friend who earlier I told y'all I was taking her to Costco for the first time. She's been in her basic grocery store grind and she needs to branch out a little bit. So I'm introducing her to my ways, to my places. So we're gonna go to Trader Joe's, which I will definitely be doing a haul if I find fun stuff.
This little boy sometimes it makes me want to go HRH collection. Like, it's every single time I film, he comes in here, this little rat in the back of the class.
Tripod ass, missing a leg ass. Come on, Bowie. Bowie, are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, so that's my plan for the day right now. I'm gonna try to get back from Trader Joe's before my meetings start, because I have meetings into the evening, which is not fun. But some of them are very exciting and they're like YouTube-based sponsorship type of meetings, so stay tuned for that. We might have some cool sponsors on the channel. As for reading The Island, I got one chapter in last night. Something about it was not keeping my attention. I literally read the first chapter. It wasn't even like a chapter, it was like a prologue. And I hate when books do this. I hate it when they do like, oh, a scene that's like the second from the last chronologically. We're gonna put that at the beginning, and then, oh, 3 months later, 3 months before, you know, like, why are you gonna tease me with that? Because you know I'm gonna be thinking about that the whole freaking book. Like, why did you do that? Why did you make that choice? We had no context. It was just like,
this woman sneaking up behind this man on an island, planning to kill him.
We have no context for who the fuck the woman is, why she needs to kill the man, who the man is, where they are, how they got there, the timeline. Like, we have no idea. And it basically just like, to me, having that in the first chapter or like as a prologue ruins where the plot is going to go. Because now the whole time I'm starting the book and reading, all I'm going to be thinking is, who's this woman? Who is the man from the beginning? And I feel like I'm going to be able to predict exactly what happens now. So yeah, after that first prologue chapter, I was like, I'm mad. Honestly, I was mad. So I said, no, I'm going to put this down. I'm not going to read it. And I'm probably going to try to force myself to read it at some point today, because obviously I'm reading it for this vlog and I do want to know like if it's a good book. So I'm going to try to read it. Hopefully it will have the same fast-paced writing as The Chain. I'll update you. I don't want to end this vlog on a DNF, but like... I'm home. Are you ready to see the fun stuff? I actually got a lot of stuff. I actually ended up getting like groceries that we needed, but I'm not gonna haul that for you. I'm gonna only haul the fun stuff. So let's start with plants. These little dudes were literally $3.99. I cannot believe it. Apparently they just grow here. They're hyacinths, which I've killed many of. So I'm hoping it just being in the water and all I have to do is refill the water, I'm hoping that will be good for me. I also got these little chrysanthemums, light pink in the purple pot. Are you kidding? Like, I just thought that was so springy, and I'm gonna put them outside. And then the piece de resistance, the belle of the ball, is this unicorn, what do they call it? Gypsophila? She's just like all these beautiful rainbow pastel colors. We kind of match, you know? And this is just 100% the vibe that I'm bringing for spring. I cannot wait to take pictures with this, to put it in my house, to do everything with this. I think this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, next let's do frozen stuff because it's gonna melt. We got the cheese pastries. These are brand new. I love the chocolate ones. How could you go wrong with cheese, you know? These banana fritters were a recommendation from my mother, and she specifically said you have to get 2 boxes. So apparently I'm gonna love these. I got my berries gone crazy. I get these all the time, but I never hear anyone talk about these. These chocolate covered strawberries are simply the best little snack when you just need like a little something sweet. Oh, so good. And I got the tres leches cake because I heard it was so good. So I'm here to try it out. I also have 2 drinks to show you. These are unfortunately not alcoholic. I got the Italian grapefruit soda because one of my friends is coming over later in the week and we're gonna make a charcuterie board moment, and we have wine, but I also wanted to have like a summery, springy, you know, alternative that was non-alcoholic since she's gonna drive here and then drive home. Like, we can switch to this halfway through, you know what I mean? And I also found the blueberry lavender beverage to mix with my chai. I'm about to taste this while I read, and I just already know it's gonna be bomb. I also got the Bomba snacks. I'm gonna probably snack on these while I read as well, because everyone on fucking Trader Joe's Instagram says that these are the best snacks. They're like little peanut puffs filled with Nutella. I got the lavender salt scrub. I've never heard anybody talk about this, so I don't know if it's good. It just smelled really good, and I've been taking a lot of baths recently, so I thought this would be good, you know? Prepping the bod for summer tans, taking baths, vibes. Also got the limon Alfredo. I don't know. I've never tried this pasta sauce. I love Alfredo sauce. How can we go wrong? And the last thing I'm gonna show you guys is the fig butter. I got this specifically to make a recipe that one guy that I was talking about earlier in the video, that he makes, the grilling dad. He makes a recipe with fig butter on pizza. So I'm gonna do that because I just wanna be a grilling dad, you know what I mean? Okay, that's the end of my haul. I'm gonna try to get into this book and give you an update. Hello vlog, I am 27% of the way through the island, and surprisingly, I'm really liking it. Also, I think I mixed up the plot of this book with Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I think I completely flipped those synopses in my head. I don't know how that happened. Maybe because I thought I was gonna read Reckless Girls for this video, but then I decided to switch it over to my Spring Flingoween TBR. I don't know. But basically the actual synopsis of this book is there's a family who goes on vacation to Australia, and they end up going to this island. Like, you have to take a ferry, go to this little island, and they were just trying to like see some koalas, you know what I mean? And they end up committing like a really tragic act on accident, and the family that lives on the island will not let them leave. So they have to kind of finagle their way out of it and survive and escape. So far, it is so creepy. It is so fast paced. It's kind of giving me the vibes of like Brother by Anya Alborn, which y'all know I love that book. It's one of my favorite books ever, just because of the like hick inbred family on the island kind of vibes. Like they don't want the cops involved. They like want to take care of justice themselves. They are really creepy. They're like standing around with guns. Like it's scary, it's fast paced, and I'm actually liking it a lot more than I thought based on the first chapter. So maybe I judged her too soon, but 27% of the way in, I like it. I'm gonna have to jump into meetings here in a few minutes, so I don't know the next time I'll be able to read, but when I do, I will let you know. Meetings are done, so I get to dive back into my book. But cool update, we got a good sponsor for the channel. I'm so excited. I am so excited for some upcoming sponsors. I love finding brands that just fit my vision, you know, that just fit my vision. Mental health, wine, books. It's all coming together, people. It's a good day. Back to reading though. See you later. Good morning vlog. So last night I was reading more of The Island. I planned to just get to around the 50% mark, and then I woke up this morning and a client canceled, and I was like, I don't have to get up for anything anymore. And then I proceeded to lay in bed and read to the 75% mark because I was just sucked in. Like, I could not stop reading this book if I tried. It is just so interesting. It is, I know that I made this comparison to my friend when I was talking about this book yesterday, but I don't know if I told the vlog this, but this is literally Brother by Anya Alborn meets The Ruins by Scott Smith. Like, it is a total survival story. We're like out here on the island trying to look for water, trying to eat a wombat to survive. But then we're also dealing with being hunted by like raving, lunatic, weird, inbred island family people. So this all takes place in Australia, right? So like the Aboriginals are like the natives of Australia, the indigenous people of Australia. And much in the way that Native Americans were just absolutely decimated and their land was taken from them in America, the same thing happened to the Aboriginals in Australia. And this family that like runs this island said that they literally just killed all the Aboriginals that were on the island, and like that's how they got it. So they're not afraid to just like murder people in cold blood, commit complete genocide. We're running from them. Our main characters are just literally trying to survive and not get slaughtered by these crazies. But there's also like no way off the island because they could try to swim to shore to the other side, but there's shark infested waters. One time there was a scene in the book where they were just like hiding behind rocks as the like guys were like searching for them on shore, and they felt something brush up against their leg and it was a freaking tiger shark. No, no, this book is terrifying. And it's actually really, really good. I don't know how I got the synopses so switched up, but now I think I'm really not gonna like Reckless Girls, and I really am gonna like The Island. So I only have 25% left. I do have to go run a few errands this morning, but when I get back, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm jumping right back into this book. Y'all wanna know what I found when I was running errands? Oreo motherfucking cake stars. Do y'all remember these? This was like me and my brother's favorite snack of the early 2000s. It's like an Oreo, but it's like little cakes. I texted Cameron and he said get 2 boxes. So here we are, so exciting. Hello vlog, I have finished The Island and gotten ready for the day. My client sessions are about to start, so I just wanted to give you my final thoughts on this book. So I ended up feeling about the ending kind of how I felt about the beginning, if I'm being honest. I thought it was really abrupt, and I did not like the certain trope that was used. So, you know how in the beginning I was talking about the prologue, we got like the sneak peek of the action to come. I hate that type of beginning. Very similarly, I hate the type of end that was done, which is like, finally, our people that we've been rooting for the whole time end up finding kind of a way out of their situation. Fade to black, epilogue is some amount of time later. No, I don't like that. I just want to see what happened. You know what I mean? I want to see what happened to the bad guys. I want to see them talking to the police. I want to see the whole escape. I don't want it to just fade to black and then we are reassured. You know what I mean? And I know there are going to be people saying that this is spoilery. Obviously, we knew some of the people in this survival scenario were going to survive. I'm not going to say who, I'm not going to say how it's done. If you think this is a spoiler, this video is not for you. Because I have to talk about some extremely light, extremely vague spoilers to be able to even tell you what I liked and didn't like about this book. I do not like that type of ending, especially in like horror and thriller. Like, I'm here for the action. I'm here for the thrills. I want to see what's going on. So I do not like a fade to black ending and pick it up in the epilogue moment. And because the very beginning and the very end, it's really just the very first and very last chapters that I had an issue with, because I did not like them so much, I cannot give this book 5 stars. And I really, really want to. I'm not just saying that, like, I just really want to. No, like, I actually do want to give this book 5 stars, but I would not feel right doing it because of the way that I feel like the first chapter and the last chapter are so disjointed from the bulk of the novel. I feel like Adrian McKinty was so solid. The writing was gorgeous, fast-paced, beautifully descriptive, but without being too much, without taking away from the thrilling, heart-pumping plot. It was so, so good. The characters were so nuanced, and I just loved the plot so much. I feel like he just got, like, I don't know, performance anxiety or something about how it should start and how it should end, because those parts seemed like rushed, thrown together, and very like tropey. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I know what type of intro this is. I know what type of ending he's going for. But it didn't feel super unique and fleshed out like the whole middle of the book did. So for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was still so, so, so good. And if you're hearing me describe the type of ending and beginning that it has, and you're thinking, oh, I don't really have a problem with that, I think this could be a 5-star book for you, especially if you like The Ruins by Scott Smith. And I know I've been talking about that book a lot, especially if you're one of my patrons. I feel like we talked about it on the Discord for forever. We talked about it in Sprint. The patrons already know my deal with The Ruins, and everybody else, I guess you'll just find out in my wrap up. But if you're a fan of that book, you'll love The Island, and I'm so glad that we landed on something that wasn't a downer. Overall, I think this vlog was pretty successful. We had 2 books that I really, really liked, a 5-star and a 4.5 star. And we're just gonna forget about Kirsten Modlin. I don't know what happened. She kind of fell off for me in this vlog, but nevertheless, I had so much fun reading along with you guys. I hope you enjoyed reading along or watching along while I read some of these new releases. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And go to therapy and read a book this week. I will see you in my next video. Bye!